feel just like a rock star. My girl.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Rocket League Trading Prices. Today, we're going to tell you about the evolution of Rocket League trading and explain why some items are better for trading with and why some are worth so much more than others, and plus, all the big updates that have ever happened in the game. Also, if you are enjoying our content, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video. It doesn't take long and you can always unsubscribe later. Thank you. Just quickly before we get started, we would like to thank the sponsor of the video, Awaya. Do you ever find you don't have enough credits to buy all your favourite Rocket League items, and you don't like how items from the shop are expensive and untradeable? Well, with Awaya you can buy almost any item for a reasonable price, which will quickly and securely be delivered into your account. And make sure to use our discount code RLTrading at checkout to get 6% off your order. In February 2014, the alpha version of Rocket League was released. You had to apply for a code or invite on Steam to be able to play. Anyone who played during the alpha testing went on to receive the following rewards, commonly known as the alpha set, which consists of the gold cap, gold rush boost, and gold stone wheels. These, due to the fact there were not many players playing during the alpha testing, are very rare and should only be available on PC. But with Epic Games accounts being able to be linked cross-platform, the items then became available on PlayStation and Xbox. Since these items are so rare, original and nostalgic, they are all extremely expensive. The gold cap is worth around 200,000 credits, but often a lot more than that. The gold stone wheels are worth over 500,000 credits and are sometimes sold for 700 to 800,000 credits. But then everyone's favourite, the gold rush boost, is worth at least 1 million credits, making these items three of the most expensive and sought for ones in the game. Most big traders set themselves a goal of owning at least one of these items from the alpha set. After this, in October 2014, the beta version of Rocket League was released. Players who participated in this version were gifted the beta nugget, which is nowhere near as valuable or as rare as any of the alpha items, but it is still expensive, costing just over 20,000 credits. And then, on the 7th of July 2015, the full version of Rocket League was available. However, players could not trade until the 8th of September 2016. Trading brought a whole new aspect to the game. Many players prioritised earning a nice car preset over getting better at the game, which boosted the Rocket League player count dramatically. On this same date, there were two crates released. These were called the Champion Crate 1 and the Champion Crate 2. These crates contained 4 black markets. These are Slipstream, Labyrinth, Parallax, and one of the best black markets in the game still, Heatwave. This is why these items are so good to trade with, because they have been in the game since the very start. Their prices have developed and leveled out over time, so we now rarely see large fluctuations in the prices of these 4 black markets. There were other items in these crates, however, that were incredibly popular and that everyone wanted. For example, painted voltaics. These wheels, in comparison to what they're worth now, were incredibly expensive, and were the wheels that everyone wanted, especially the crimson, and I also remember forest green being worth a lot too. But these items weren't valued in credits. We used to have a different currency when trading, which were keys. Other than Xbox, who were weird and couldn't trade keys, so their currency was measured in heat waves, which was very awkward and difficult, as some items will be worth like 2.5 or 1.8 heat waves or something like that. The only ways of getting items was either by trading or opening crates. Opening crates was very exciting, however, there was an extremely low chance that you will get something good. And back then, there were no trade-ups, no RLCS drops, no blueprints, or rocket pass, so opening these crates was the only way that items could be brought into the game. Crates were earned from playing games, and so these were quite common, but to open the crates you had to use a key, which was only available if you buy them or trade for them. Since not many people wanted to buy keys, and there was such a low chance of getting a good item from a crate, all the items in the game were much more expensive than they are now, due to the fact everything was so rare. If you were to buy Rocket League items, for one of the average black markets, it would cost around $20 to $30, but for a heatwave they were often upwards of $40. That just proves how rare every item used to be, and why it used to be so difficult to find yourself trades. Just over a month after the release of the Champion Crate 1 and 2, the Champion Crate 3 was released. This had the same black markets and 2 new exotic wheels, Pulsus and Discotheque, so nothing special really. But on the 7th of December 2016, the Champion Crate 4 was released into the game. This brought something which took the trading community by storm. It wasn't the 2 new black markets, as it was only Biomass and Hex that were brought with this crate. No, it was the brand new Zomba wheels. Everything seemed to revolve around the white Zombas, by far the most popular wheel at the time. The white Zombas were so expensive at the time, costing over $250. The painted voltaics, black markets, and any other item that people used to want became forgotten, and the painted Zombas thrived. But this was the turning point in Rocket League trading. Around the start of the following year, scamming was created. People losing a lot of items and keys, all to a scam, which almost anyone will notice now, the switch scam, where a painted item will be swapped for an unpainted item. Popular YouTube channels made this scam famous, and lots of people began scamming. If you haven't done so already, consider checking out the video linked in the description. In that video, we tell you all the tricks that we know that scammers use to help you avoid being scammed in the future, because often, you think you know everything a scammer can do to trick you, and they still manage to scam you, so we would definitely recommend it. In 2017, other than scamming, there was a lot of trading advancements made. There were 6 new crates put into the game. These were the Player's Choice Crate, the Turbo Crate, the Nitro Crate, the Overdrive Crate, the Accelerator Crate, and the Velocity Crate. Within these we saw the first appearance of black market goal explosions, with the 2 main favourites being Hellfire and Dueling Dragons. When the announcement of the Overdrive Crate was seen, this became one of the most hyped crates ever, all because of the first ever black market goal explosion. However, 2 or 3 months after its release, no one cared about this crate, and it became worthless. It was quite sad to see that a crate that everyone was excited for become forgotten. But the Velocity Crate, the final one released in that year, brought Dueling Dragons into the game, which was, and still is one of the Rocket League community's favourite ever goal explosions. On the other hand, in 2017 there was a very big update into the game. This was the release of Rocket League Twitch stream rewards. Since then, there have been many phases of rewards that players could get, but these rewards peaked at the first phase. This is because of the Apex wheels. These are now so rare, with the white Apex costing over 80,000 credits on every platform. But also, in phase 1 we had the Helios boost, and the standard RLCS decal, which are still very popular now. And other than the CRL decals and the June Racer Octane decal, which are some of the most expensive decals currently in the game, there were no drops that were overly influential on the market. That was until phase 4, where Emerald wheels were released. All colours of these wheels were very popular and were worth quite a lot, and many traders focused on trading with these wheels. Now, getting back on track, 2018 Rocket League had possibly the most updates, with lots and lots of new items being put into the game. The crates released this year were the Spring Fever, Beach Blast, Victory, Triumph, Impact, Zephyr, and Elevation. Out of these, probably the most influential one was the Zephyr Crate. In this, the mainframe black market was shown to the trading community, which became very popular. The most expensive variant of this decal is grey, which was discontinued and is now so rare to come across and is worth upwards of 70,000 credits on every platform. It is said that this decal was removed from the crate because it was so similar to white, making it so rare. Also, in 2018 there was a big change in trading for Xbox. they were finally able to trade keys, meaning their heatwave pricing system could be replaced with the system that's used on the other platforms, making things a lot easier for everyone playing on Xbox. But this wasn't all good. The prices of almost every item dropped rapidly, often costing a quarter of the price that they did before keys were tradable, meaning a lot of players lost a lot of inventory value. I think the reason keys were not tradable before this update was because of the strict Microsoft rules, as players were not allowed to trade real currency in-game. The following year was also a big year for Rocket League updates, with a variety of new crates being added into the game. These were the Ferocity Crate, the Totally Awesome Crate, and the Vindicator Crate. The Totally Awesome Crate is famous for one item, the Fennec, possibly the most sought for standard car in the game. But these are all little additions into the game. At the end of this year, on the 4th of December, a huge update was released, which completely removed crates from the whole game. But why get rid of the amazing crate system? Well, the answer to that is simple. In some countries, a rule was put in place, where games including gambling were banned. It wasn't just Rocket League that was affected by this. FIFA, Overwatch, and a lot of other games were also affected. So, in response to this, to make sure Rocket League stays prevalent in the gaming community, Psyonix decided to swap crates for blueprints. And with this, keys were replaced with credits, with an exchange rate of 1 key to 100 credits. However, like you can see if you have a look at the graph of almost any item, when this update was released, the prices plummeted. I think the once popular white zombies went from over 100 keys all the way down to between 5 and 6,000 credits. This is because the crafting cost of the blueprint of white zombies was just 1,000 credits, meaning players could get tradable white zombies for much more cheaper than previously. Another reason that these wheels dropped in price is because, with this same update, the Revival series was put in the game, which included the zombie wheels, so they ended up becoming more and more common. After some time, it became clear that 100 credits was worth quite a bit less than 1 key, as it seemed like every item used to be much more valuable. And just to make matters worse for the white zombies, at the end of December, these wheels were released in the item shop for just 1,000 credits, therefore dropping the price even further. Also in 2019, Epic Games took over from Psyonix and brought lots of new updates into the game. One of the first was that they started from a new set of seasons, and went from Season 4 all the way back to Season 1, and also added Fortnite rewards into the game, for players who completed the challenges, and the main reward being the Battle Bus car. That takes us into 2020, which was the first year where we didn't see any new crates. Only new Blueprint series were released, which were the Momentum and Ignition series. But these weren't the main additions into the game in 2020. The big update that year brought cross-platform trading into the game. This was because players could log into their Epic Games accounts on different platforms, meaning traders could now buy items on any platform that they have available and sell them on any platform they like. This is my personal favourite way of trading, so if you would like to try this method out, consider checking out our video on cross-platform trading. We will leave a link to that in the description. Since the cross-platform update was dropped, we have had 2 new series released, which contain the popular items Buffy Sugo and Stipplegate, and then the 2 newest black markets, Airstrike and Exalta. Players are currently waiting for the Rocket League Season 3, which will drop on the 7th of April, bringing a slight Formula 1 spin to the game, with, as far as we know, 2 new cars. We will most likely see a Season 3 series blueprint, which you will find more information about in our upcoming videos on our channel. Thank you for watching. If you found the video helpful, please consider subscribing.